I just hope those balls.
I don't look like Bubba anymore.
You no
Thank
longer
God.
look like Emu Bubba. Well, just wait till after Thursday. All right, good morning. Our show is brought to you by Recon Text. That's right, Recon Text. On the corner of 8th and Black. It's Recon Text. Call them today. Give them a call. And get yourself hooked up with a detail. Get a car detail that can make your car look better than it looked when it was new. How about a car detail that makes your car look that good? Or maybe a coating. Maybe you get a tsunami coating for like a 3, 5, or 7 years. For the life of the coating, you don't even have to wax your car. Just wash it. If you just wash your car, it will come out sparkling. That's what you do at Recon Text. It's Recon Text. Give them a call today, 217-670-1132. And Just Beds. That's right. Just Beds. They have your bed waiting for you on their showroom right now. Just swing on by 3120 Montvale Drive. Swing by Just Beds and pick the bed that will make you happy. Pick the bed that is going to be the perfect bed for you, your spouse, your significant other, your children, whatever your situation is. Your mother, your mother-in-law. We just bought a brand new bed for our mother-in-law, and then she refused to come here. Then after we bought it, she refused to come here. But you can get it at Just Beds. Take a trip, 3120 Montvale Drive. It's very easy. Go in there, see all the different mattresses, all the different beds to choose from. Pick one, pay for it, and go home. You don't have to carry a mattress on your car like a hillbilly. No, they deliver it. Just Beds has a delivery where they swing by your house, they knock on the door, you let them in, they bring it in, they set up your new bed, they even remove your old one, and they properly dispose of it. Usually they just get rid of it unless it's really bad. Really bad, they go and toss it, which is where the dirtiest mattresses go. If you look at Steve's backyard, you can see he's on with his rats. His rats and cats and everything else. Anyway, it's Just Beds, 3120. Good morning, everybody. How are you? What's going on? We are here. We are here. What's happening? Welcome. Happy Tuesday. How you doing, Steve?
Wonderful.
Yeah. I'm feeling a little better today.
Good. That's good.
That's
Not
good.
bad.
Yay.
I'm finally having I know Christina loves when we start the show with this way, but I'm finally having a little bit of normalcy inside.
Oh, Lord.
Finally having a bit of normalcy. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about, Steve.
Oh, really?
We all know what you're talking about, Ray.
When I say I'm having a bit of normalcy, I'm getting closer.
Oh,
Getting closer to normalcy.
firming up.
Yeah, we're getting some firming happening. Thank God.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. But I was pooping right before the show.
Oh, good. That was too.
Yeah, but that's not the reason that we started late.
Oh,
It
really?
was because Christina was filling out. We had to fill some. She had to fill out.
Oh,
You know.
no, I was on.
Yeah, I was conducting business.
She had to edit some of our stuff. Yeah, so
I
that's
picked a good one last night late. And I thought for sure I'd be good.
yeah.
You don't need to share. We're good.
What happened?
No, we don't need details. We're good.
I'm just wondering.
I went in and go pee and it fell out. Whoa, I wasn't prepared for
Well,
that.
It just fell out.
Oh,
There was I didn't have to push hardly at all.
so
It wasn't real long.
You did not go.
I think my late last night one broke off higher up in my intestines. or whatever it comes to.
So you
And
just
this morning was just residual.
so you were not going to the restroom. You were going to the restroom to just pee.
Yeah.
Everything else that happened was a
It
surprise.
just happened.
Oh,
Oh, wow, good thing I was in there.
sorry to hear
Good
that.
thing I was sitting down. But have been standing up. I had a big old blob on the chair.
Oh my goodness.
Please tell me you cleaned it up. Stephen
It's a
Blaine,
I was sitting down. I wasn't standing up.
you sat on the chair.
So you were surprised that it happened. It was like you're like, whoa, and then stuff started happening, coming out.
I was surprised it didn't take. It took very little effort to push it out.
Well, that's good though. Congratulations. You don't need a lot of effort. You just need to,
Well, I do eat bananas a lot. I eat a lot of bananas.
mhm.
Eat a lot of bananas.
Man,
I've
I've
been
been,
eating, less carbohydrates and more protein and
I
vegetables.
have had to take, I've been taking 9 fiber tablets a day.
Oh wow!
9 fiber tablets a day. I've been taking that. I've been eating rice. I've been eating, you name it. Everything that was on that list that Tom sent on Thursday, I've
Yeah.
been eating everything. That's all I've been eating. Everything on that list. I haven't had any pizza or anything. All I've been having is like all the different foods on that list. Tapioca. I've had rice, peas, beans, all these different things I've been having to try to firm everything up. And I think it's finally starting to work. So, and like I said, 9 fiber tablets a day. That's a lot.
Damn!
Yeah.
You have to be like this, huh?
By the
House
way,
stud.
TJ says Steve appears exceptionally stoned this morning.
TJ,
Just
you
this
need to go to
morning?
bed.
Yeah,
TJ
just this
needs
morning.
sleep.
It's every
Jeff
day
says
for
Ray's
him.
no longer having contractions. I've never had contractions. I don't. What is wrong?
I don't know. Sometimes some of them gas pains, they feel like contractions.
Yeah,
Oh,
contractions. Oh,
Ooh.
so I think maybe I'm thinking today I'm gonna try to work out. I'm
Well,
trying.
Did the doctor give you the okay to go work out?
Oh, Dr. Schmachter.
Oh no, you have to wait till the doctor releases
Oh,
you.
I
God, are you trying to injure yourself further?
yeah.
Good God.
So my appointments are, hold on. I just got a text. So it says
Oh, okay.
Yeah, put them in your calendar.
trying to remind your 3 appointments on Thursday, September 19th. That's this Thursday, right?
Yep.
I've got to reschedule. It says my appointments are at 8:30. 8:30. I can't do an appointment at 8:30. I'm doing a show. So I'll have to
We
call
can
them
handle it.
if they can move them to later.
I mean, we could do the show.
Well, I
Not
like
like
it.
we,
Oh,
He
not
doesn't
like we
trust
didn't
us,
do it a
Steve.
week without you.
A week? Try 2.
well,
Was it 2 weeks?
yeah,
Yes,
but
it
I
was
guess so, my appointments are this Thursday. It says remind you of your post-surgical appointments starting Thursday, September 19th at 8:30. And then your second appointment is 9:15 that morning. Yeah. And then there's another appointment after that.
Wow.
Look at that.
Sounds like this is a pretty important appointment
Yeah, maybe that's the one where they're going to clear me. So
to attend.
I'll call them after the show and see if, see if there's any way to move the times or if I'm stuck in these times. I'll let you guys know what's going on. So, but I literally just got a call. So, anyway, Karen says, say hello to hematoma number 2.
Thank you.
No, I'm finally starting to feel good. The only problem I'm having now is energy. My lack of energy is amazing.
Right.
Like I'll do some stuff, and then I'll just, for no reason, I'll get very tired.
Yeah.
But
sucks.
now I'm starting to realize that, it's not permanent. You know what I mean?
No.
It's not.
And there are things that I can do or eat or whatever, and then I don't feel tired, and
It's like I was run down all last week and I could feel it. I was just slowly going downhill. And then I got my B12 shot Sunday. So I feel
those
a lot
amazing,
better.
huh?
Oh, yes.
And where do
A
you
lot
take your
more energy.
B12? In your arm or your butt or your...
My arm.
Yeah.
Muscle in my arm. Switch
like
back and forth.
Yeah, I get it in my arm. I've had it in my arm. Yeah. Oh, well. But my hematoma has shrunk.
Good. That sounds
it's
great.
Good.
Shell says Steve needs to do some Kegels.
I do them all the time.
I think all of us
Yeah.
agree that Steve needs to do Kegel exercises.
Yes, he does. I'm doing mine right now. Join me.
1, 2, 3, 4. Release. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Yep. Went like that. Dan says, go ahead and work on getting another hematoma. We will refuse to listen to you.
Yep. You will have no sympathy from me this time.
TJ says, I'm sure it gets very tiring beating Steve at Madden or MLB all the time.
We don't play.
I wish I could play Steve again. I haven't beaten Steve for a while. I'd love to beat Steve at Madden. I mean, at MLB. It'd be wonderful. Yeah. Tom says, everybody, that sounds like an important appointment, Ray. Ray, yeah, it does. I'll call after the show. Well, I think that's the appointment where that's the appointment where they they're going to clear me for everything. So we'll see. If I can go in there and, if I can go in there and show that whatever, then they'll clear me for stuff, I think.
They might.
Yeah. So
you better just wait.
Very excited. So
Don't
maybe I
freak
will
out.
have to do that appointment. Anyway. How are things going? How was the weekend? Is the Boo Crew home? Are you guys ready? Because isn't it starting in just like
First weekend of October is when
Yeah.
we start.
all right? Well,
3
this
weeks.
is what there's only a couple weeks left in September, right?
Yep. Got a lot to get done before then, but
still
I
not done,
think
huh?
I think we'll manage. Well, there's a lot of things go into, getting the house ready and the trail. Can't forget the trail.
Would you like to name lazy people who have not been helping?
No, I'm not going to call anybody out.
I'd start naming names. That's just me.
I hope
That's
you
just
guys
how I
blind grad out there open.
Yeah, he's out there relocating trees.
Blind Grant's out there taking care of everything. He's been doing all the work himself.
Yeah. He's done the whole trail all by himself.
Yep. That's why I can't see
Grant,
anything.
we just cut this 2x4 12 inches. Okay.
Grant, you just cut your finger off, dude.
Good old Grant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like it. So the Boo Crew every year is one of the top events in Central Illinois. Of course, this year they're finalists in the Best of Illinois Times.
Yes, we are.
For a charity event. So when you go to Illinois Times to vote for us for Best Podcast, please vote for Boo Crew for Best Charitable Event.
Yes.
Vote for
That
both.
would be great. We would greatly appreciate it.
We want you to go to the Illinois Times, vote for Morning Disasters Best Podcast, and then it's not that far away. I know they're right, aren't they? The categories aren't that far, and
I don't think so.
yeah, just look for Best Charity Event and Boo Crew. Please give them
I
your
think they're
vote.
pretty close. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I think they're the same
We would
category.
appreciate
I
it.
mean, the same. Oh,
The
Well,
arts,
culture
culture.
and
and-
entertainment.
yeah.
Arts and entertainment. So
Yeah. We're in the same one.
Um,
Oh, yeah.
in fact, what are the Boo Crew? We have any Boo Crew announcements?
Actually,
Mm-hmm.
yes, we do. We
do
were
have an
just-
announcement? Oh my goodness.
We were just given permission this morning
Yeah.
that we could give away a 4-pack of tickets
Very nice.
to a lucky listener.
Mm. Well, how's that going to work?
So we're going to do like we have in the previous years. You got to comment Boo Crew in the chat, and I will write your name.
Yeah.
But we're gonna run it for a week.
Yeah. Oh, we.
One entry per show, and all
Yeah.
the names will go in to a bowl or hat or whatever, and we'll draw the winner next Tuesday morning. So the
So-
more shows you listen to, the more entries you get.
Now, is this on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter? Which this is on?
Well, that's what I was doing earlier. I edited YouTube so people know. There's a Facebook post.
All right.
X, there's no way to put a post in
Yeah.
there. So
No, make it. Just pick. Yeah, just pick whatever. Pick one. I don't care.
so
Oh, awesome. Awesome.
so yeah. The only thing, the tickets have got to be, since they're comp tickets, they have to be used within the first 2 weekends that we're open. So we're in
Yeah.
the first 2 weekends of October, they've got to be used.
Oh, wait, Goose, my brother Goose, popping in the chat room to say,
He's not wrong.
no one will sleep
Nobody-
with Steve to win tickets. Oh, really? Because we were hoping. Steve was
Ugh.
hoping that this would be the year that he could get some. Damn. So no one's gonna sleep with Steve. Oh, damn.
Sorry, Steve.
Sorry, Steve.
let's try it.
All right, buddy. I thought this would be the year.
Sorry, dude.
So all we need is people to come into the room and say Boo Crew, or into our chat room, into our show,
Mhm.
say Boo Crew, and then Christina will write the name down, and
Write
then
your
we'll
name.
pick. And we pick when is it? When are you actually doing this?
Next Tuesday morning.
Next Tuesday morning. So you got all week
Mhm.
come into the chat room. So if you say you are on, yeah, and Goose says, "Good way to go, thank you." So he counts, even though he's related to me, he
Yep.
still counts. He's on the list. All right. Make sure to say your name, and and then you get on the list, and it's that simple. It is
Mhm.
that simple, and we don't care who's related. In fact, was it a couple years ago one of your family members won, and we were all
Yeah, my sister
we
sister
were all
won the
getting
first year.
upset about it.
Yeah, that was set up. That was rigged. No, it wasn't.
It really is. It really isn't. I just thought it was funny when her sister won. Anyway, it's pretty cool. So just come in and say Boo Crew. So if you might be, maybe you're you're on Facebook today, finding out who got laid over the weekend or who's having trouble with whatever nonsense is on Facebook. Seems to be a lot of political bullshit on Facebook, which I don't,
Yeah.
just whatever reason you're on there, whatever reason you're looking at on Facebook, and you're seeing the broadcast and you go, oh, well, that broadcast looks cool. I watch a couple minutes of it and I laugh. Bah, ha, ha, ha. No, but today, come on in. Just come on in. And when you click to listen to the show, or when you are watching the show for a little bit, just come into the chat room and say Boo Crew, and then you are then signed up. Holly says Boo Crew. Boo Crew. Diane says Boo Crew. Woo!
Yeah, Holly won last year.
Yeah.
She had a good time.
Of course, the goose is gonna shit.
I'm glad I'm not working out in the parking lot. I'm not cleaning that up.
He says Jeffy's already done that. Oh. Well. Yeah, Brandon says Boo Crew. By the way, speaking of Brandon, Cindy says Boo Crew. Speaking of Brandon, if you heard Saturday's show, this is how much I love listener Brandon. Listener Brandon is one of my faves. Did you hear the show Saturday, Christina?
Nah, I listened to a little bit of it.
Okay.
And then Big D messaged me.
Oh, so Big D ruined the surprise?
Meet and greets?
Yeah.
Yeah, he messaged me.
I decided, what the hell? Brandon's birthday. So Steve and I decided on what was the 20th, hold on, it's on my phone.
It was the 27th, Friday night.
The 27th, which is September 27th, Friday night. We decided to have a meet and greet.
Yep.
And you have to excuse, I've never scheduled any of this before. I always let Christina do this stuff, but so I hope I did it right. But I said meet and greet for Brandon's birthday, September 27th. And we're going to be at the Xochimilco on Northfield.
Cool.
Which at 7:00. So that'll be it should be a good time. Which Steve's been there before for Brew Crew. You at the last Brew Crew there, and he said it was very good.
Great. Yeah, that's where we had our very first meet and greet at. We had a really big turnout that time.
Yeah. So I'm really excited about it.
And they have really good food. I love their food.
And Mexican food, which for me, Mexican food lately I don't eat a lot of it, but for me, Mexican food is the rice. Because I've been eating a lot of rice lately, trying to firm up stuff, So I'll have that Mexican rice. Be ready to go.
Margaritas. They've got good margaritas.
I'm not an alcoholic.
But you got to get the good tequila.
What do they give you? Do they give bad tequila? Or?
Well, they use the nasty, probably Jose, I'm sure. And Jose is just, ugh.
You don't like Jose?
I drank way too much Jose in my younger days. Yeah. So just smelling it now just grosses me out.
Dan says he loves Spanish and Mexican rice. My mother knew how to make both. My mother knew how to make Spanish and Mexican rice. And by the way, they are two distinctive, different things. Yeah. Spanish and Mexican rice are two different types of, two different tastes. Yeah. So I'm telling you, they are, and what is in Spanish and Mexican rice are two different things, but they're both very tasty. So that's not bad, right? Not bad. But I like good Mexican rice. So I cannot wait for the 27th. So it'll be fun. Steve is going to be there, but go anyway. Come anyway on the 27th for Brandon's birthday at Xochimilco. We're going to have a good time. And that's open to everybody. So come join us. But the big thing right now is if you're just bypassing the show, pop in, say something in our chat room, just say Boo Crew, and you will be signed up to win the tickets. We're doing it all week. And then next Tuesday, we're going to draw the winner. Now, let me ask you something. Yes. So far, we had a bunch of people come in and say it. We had Goose say it, Holly say it, Diane say it, Cindy say it, and a bunch more. Brandon said it. Yeah. So a bunch more said it. But okay. So you wrote all their names down, right? So if a bunch of people come in tomorrow and say it, say Goose, Cindy, Brandon, Holly, Diane, say they all come in tomorrow. Do they say does that mean they get their name written again?
Yes, they get another entry.
Yeah.
I know what happens is you chop all the entries up.
Mm-hmm.
You chop all the entries up and then we pick one, right? So if they come in tomorrow and say it, that means they get 2 entries in the.
Yep.
And these are
If
just
they-
during the free shows, right? Just during the free shows?
Yeah.
Undecided
Or we
yet.
get subscribers. Do subscribers get?
Yeah, I was thinking about that. Maybe this would be a good time for everybody to take advantage of that free trial
Yeah.
and come
So
in and get an
subscribers
extra
get-
entry. So yeah, I think we should do that.
Yeah.
Every show.
Well, yeah, if it's every show, that means somebody could come in today, tomorrow, Thursday night,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Friday morning, Saturday morning. I mean, they could get all those. They could get that many entries in,
Right.
and then they could get Tuesday again, and then we draw the winner. You know, how many entries would that be? 1, 2, 4, 5,
Right.
6. Yeah, somebody can get 7 entries.
Mm-hmm.
They could get 7 entries. Not bad. So just get, and if you don't want to pay, you're so cheap you can't pay $10 or $5 or whatever when you're signing up for $20, whatever. Just get a free entry. You can get the 7 days free. So you can end up getting 7. You could end up getting 7 attempts to win the free tickets.
Right.
Not bad.
Or hell, it'd even be worth paying if you've already used your free subscription.
Yeah.
Sign up, spend the
you've
5 or
used your
10
free subscription.
because these tickets.
If you're like, I think it's Brent who comes in and creates
Yes.
fake names. He comes in and creates fake names. That
Yeah.
Brent.
But
He
just
creates
pay.
fake names all the time. And gets himself 7 days at a time.
Yeah.
But maybe you've used it.
Mm-hmm.
It would be worth the $5 or the $10 that,
Yeah,
you know what I
'cause
mean?
These tickets are over $100.
Yeah.
I think there are a couple
it's
people who
like-
do that.
25 or 30. I think it might have went up a little bit. Maybe it's $30 to get in, but yeah, it's a huge value.
People love Boo Crew every year. Boo Crew is the one thing you never hear anything bad about.
Mm-mm. We are number 2 in the entire state of Illinois, so if that doesn't say anything.
And you have people. Boo Crew has people that come from other cities and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They come just to be just to go to Boo Crew. That's the only reason they'll come to I guess it's technically in, I was gonna say it's still in Sangamon County, right? Or is it
Yes, Buckhart. Yeah, it's Sangamon.
yeah, so there you go.
Yeah, hell, last year we had Chris Kattan come through.
Yeah,
We have
Catan's
celebrities come through.
Catan
Yeah.
lives in, but he lives in
I know, but
Springfield.
I'm just saying we have celebrities that come
Yeah,
through.
if celebrities come through. Well, when is Steve Stanton? That's the biggest celebrity that I can think of is Steve Stanton. When is Steve coming through?
Yeah, Steve.
I don't
You
know.
should
Do we
come
need
through.
to advertise it? Do they need to advertise it or something?
Well, yeah, they need to know when celebrities come through. They made a big deal about poor Chris Kattan coming through last year. They scared him, I'm sure. He probably, and I mean scared as in, oh my God, these people are kind of stalkerish. I don't
So it'll
know.
be in the first 2 weeks. So
Is he going to come through again this year? Because you guys have, it's always every year it's a new haunt.
Yep, we change things up every year.
So we'll see. And I'd love if Chris Kattan would come hang out with us. Not because of him. I can care less about him, but his wife or his girlfriend. Oh,
Oh,
my
God.
God. She is so attractive. And I love her. She's attractive physically, which is my favorite kind of attractive, by the way. But she's such a cool person. And I've known Maria for a long time. And
she's just attractive. I don't want to sound like a, like a stalkerish, but man, if I would have been a single man when I met her,
Oh, good God.
I would. Oh, sure, no. I think she's a lot younger than me. I think, if I'm not sure, because I met her when she was an intern. That's a long time ago. Dan says that the trail, that this year you have modified the trail and 75% of the inside is completely redone.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's why it's taken us so long.
So Chris Kattan, you should go through again. Go through again, brother.
It'd be totally different.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to spook you. They'll spook you more than a drunk Will Ferrell. In fact, is that one of the scares this week? Is somebody comes out as Will Ferrell drunk and
actually, that's what Grant's doing.
yeah, Grant's playing drunk Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
He comes out and says, "Ma, where's my mashed potatoes?" What is that movie where he does that? That's the one with the guys,
Step Brothers?
Wedding Crashers. Now, is it Wedding Crashers? Where Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn, they go to his house. I can't remember the name of the movie. Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn come to the house, and it's Will Ferrell's house, and he's living with his mom, and he lives in the basement. And while he's talking to him and telling him how to pick up women at weddings, he starts screaming, "Ma, where's my mashed potatoes?" He's screaming.
Oh, good Lord.
Or where's the meatloaf? Yeah, the meatloaf. Ma, where's the meatloaf? Yeah, it's Wedding Crashers. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, this year they're going to have a drunk Will Ferrell, which will scare the hell out of Chris Kattan. So as he walks through the Boo Crew, Jason says it is Wedding Crashers. I know it's a great movie. I just couldn't remember the name of it. Because, I'm in my 50s. God damn. In my 50s. I feel like I'm 50s going on 80.
Oh, yeah.
But by the way, can I point out it's the least I've weighed since it's been in my 30s. Last time I weighed this little. Not bad, huh? Not bad. Thank you.
That's great.
I know there's no clapping from that goddamn Steve. No clapping from him. No support from him, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Heaven forbid.
Let me stand up and show you how good I look.
Oh, here we go.
Wow.
I don't know if you can notice it, but
yeah.
Yeah.
Stand up.
Very
Stand
noticeable.
up.
I can't. God damn it.
It doesn't have any pants on. Oh,
I don't have no pants on.
oh no.
Who looks thinner?
Please have underwear on.
All right.
I got underwear on. Oh, shit. Yeah. All this just so you can prove that I'm the fat.
I'm not trying to prove you're fat or anything.
Yes, I'm significantly fatter.
Oh,
No.
God.
I'll admit that. God damn. I know I'm fucking. Now I gotta find a fucking chair again.
God damn. I've never heard anybody bitch so much about getting up, sitting down.
Cindy says, "Is the hematoma gone?" Yeah, pretty much. My hematoma used to feel like, my hematoma was like a football.
Right.
Now it feels like a golf ball.
That's good.
Yeah, so it's definitely shrinking. Definitely shrinking. But Steve, you did stand up without help.
Well,
Good.
as long as I'm not clear on the floor. If I'm
I'm gonna have you stand up every show. And then
Why?
we're gonna start having you do jumping jacks.
Oh shit.
I'll tell you, this is something my trainer made me do at Fit Club. There's something called seated jacks. Seated jacks.
I believe it. Yeah.
And I'm telling you right now, seated jacks. When I was in a wheelchair, when I first went from wheelchair to getting out of it, seated jacks helped a lot, dude. They really, I mean, it really helps with your abdomen. I can't do them now because of
Oh yeah.
surgery is so recent, but seated jacks can help a lot. So I highly recommend them. It's called seated jacks. All right. Pablo says he got in trouble for doing seated jacks at work. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Pablo. That sounds not good. But seated jacks are when you're sitting down and you're doing a jumping jack.
Right. Yeah.
But I'm telling you, if you do like 50 at a time,
Oh fuck! I couldn't do that. I
well,
thought I had
you'll start out with like 5, maybe 3,
Right.
but you can get up to 50 at a time. I'm telling you, it's a good exercise. A good exercise for you, and then eventually you'll notice like you need to hold on to something when you get started, but eventually your abdomen and your core
Yeah.
your core will be strong enough to hold you in place. You know, it's a very nice thing. Get those seated jacks going. You'll feel a lot better. You'll start feeling a lot better. Trust me. Get your seated jacks. Yeah. And I'm telling you, seated jacks are an exercise that you can do in a chair. But it's basically jumping jacks, but you're in a
Right.
chair. Now, Jeff says you might crap your drawers a lot in the beginning, Steve.
Oh my god.
Well, I
listen.
can't wait.
He's crapping his drawers right now.
No,
I'm
I
sure
should
he
crap
is.
for this show.
Yeah. So Tom says there used to be a show called Sit to Be Fit where a lady showed people Ray's age how to do exercises while sitting in chair.
So that's what
Ray's
what-
younger than.
That's what Debbie
And let's
does.
not make it sound like Ray's in his 70s or something, because I'm not that old, but yeah. So you feel better when you do seated jacks. Yeah. So there you go. I'm just trying to help Steve out. My goal in life is Steve's fitness. That is my goal in life. Is the fitness of Steve.
Thought your goal was to make him drink piss.
Well, that's my most important goal. But my second
okay.
goal is for Steve to be physically fit. And then my third goal is for me to win the lottery. And then my fourth. All right. Oh, let me hold it. All right. My first goal is me to win the lottery. My second goal is for me to my second goal is for me to my second goal is all right. My first goal is me winning $1 billion lottery. My second goal is me taking some of that money and paying Steve to drink urine. And then laughing as he did it. My third goal, to feed all children, all the poor children. My fifth goal, my third goal is for me to get a new car. I had to switch that. Fourth goal is then to feed children. My fifth goal is to help Steve get physically fit. That's my fit. Karen says, "Is this a Steve Martin bit from SNL?" No, I'm not. I'm not doing a bit. I'm literally going over my goals in my head. My sixth goal is to have Robin, Shelly, Bev, and who's the one that you like, the other new one that was in your building? What'd you find? Debbie. And wasn't there another one?
Mary. Isn't there a Mary?
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
Steve had a neighbor who's been living there the entire time he's living there. He didn't never do it. He just found out her name. And he said she's the good looking one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All of them to be at Steve's beckoning call for sex. All of them.
Oh my God.
Yes. For them to be at his call. Whenever he wants. That is my third goal. It's for Steve to get sex when he wants it. Now, I don't know when he'd want it. But at least that guy Tim's gone. So he wouldn't be in the mix anymore. It would be. Yes. But he can get sex whenever he wants it, just from any of his neighbors. There you go. That's what I'm hoping for, Steve. Tom says Ray's seventh goal is to buy a compound where his family will live. No, I don't want a compound. No, my wife is the one who wants I don't want a compound. No. My wife is the one who came up with these plans to buy. She wants to buy a duplex where my daughter lives in the other side of it.
Huh?
That's my wife's goal. She wants to buy a duplex where we live in one side and my daughter lives in the other side. And for me, it's like, that would mean my wife's never friggin' home. She'll never be home. She'll always be at my daughter's house.
All right.
And she wants the doors right next to each other, which I think is too much. That's too much.
My brother bought his first house, and when my mom started getting bad, she added on a whole nother house onto my brother's house.
Your mother put an extension on your brother's house and moved in?
Yeah. When she first, the doctors told us it wouldn't be a good idea for her to live alone. Yeah. My brother had just bought his house in Stickney. Yeah. And my mom added what they called it a something's quarters, in-law quarters. Mm-hmm. She had a bedroom, a bathroom, a living room, a kitchenette, but then she added a great big huge 2-car garage and everything else to it.
So who lives there now?
Oh, my brother lost that. He got it foreclosed on because they quit making the payments on it. Okay. So then my mom buys a duplex in Brookfield. Yeah. My brother lives on one side, my mom lives in the other. Well, now they just sold that because but they've had it up there because it's right on the Des Plaines River, and it floods every year. So the city of Lyons got a big federal grant to buy up all the property.
Yeah. By the way, Caddy's in the chat room. He says his aunt has a duplex with her daughter, and she's now regretting it. Oh, yeah.
I think my brother regretted. My brother didn't say much, but I know all these years, because my mom waited to wait on my mom and everything. My mom was very OCD.
Your mom lives in like Pana now, right?
Yeah.
And your brother still lives in Chicago.
Yeah.
His family and not your mom's.
there's totally different household keeps. In my brother's house they're very poor housekeepers. My mom's house is immaculate. And my
So
mom
you're
was-
saying your brother's family is very messy.
Oh yes.
I told you
Not
my
worse than
plan.
you.
I wanted to win the lottery and buy a bunch of duplexes. And then I'm going to give. I wanted to buy them, and then I wanted to give one to my brother Goose. I was going to give him a duplex. So there you go. But you have to. But then I wanted Goose to be the person on call for all the duplexes. Whenever somebody has a problem, they call Goose. You know what I mean? I'd rent a bunch, but then they call Goose if they have a problem.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
So every time Steve clogs the shitter,
yep, call
Goose has
Goose.
to come take care of it.
I've only clogged the shitter one time where I've had to call a landlord. I've been here 3 years.
Well, in my fantasy of having the morning disaster community, Steve would not live in it because it would be cheaper for him to stay where he is than to come.
Exactly.
You know, because I know he'd be like, "No, I'm happy here. I don't want to go live in your duplex."
Well, now wait a minute. Now, let me ask this question.
I'd have Christine and Dan, but I'd say no gardens. I'd go no gardens.
Would I be able to garden?
Bullshit.
Would I be able to smoke weed indoors? Tell you what, I'll give you $500 a month.
Steve, when I win the lottery, I will buy a duplex so you can live in it and $500 a month. Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
And you can smoke weed.
But I think that's got to include everything. That's got to include all my power, my cable.
Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, I'll have Goose live on one side and you'll live on the other.
Okay. But I want to be able to grow too. I want to be able to grow my garden indoors.
Mm-hmm.
What I want to grow indoors.
What are you going to grow indoors? You're not growing marijuana inside.
Why? It's legal.
I don't care. I don't want my duplex smelling like a.
Well, I don't want it then.
And no clogging the shitters to have Goose come over every day.
I've only clogged myself. I unclogged it one time where I had to call a landlord. He had to bring the snake over. Now I've learned.
It was that bad? You clogged the toilet that bad? He had to snake it?
Oh, yeah, it did. It was rough.
What a mess. Oh, my God. I couldn't imagine. I could not imagine.
I usually just let it sit for a couple hours in the water, and then it disintegrates enough that it'll go down.
And it had to what? It had to dissipate, or
yeah, it broke down a little bit.
Oh, how disturbing!
Are you still talking about shit?
Yeah, he's still talking about how bad his dump was, that his landlord had to get a snake to push it. That's how bad it was.
Oh, it was nasty. It was nasty.
I can't even imagine.
It was kind of like, I don't know, like solid Mugu poo stew. It was really bad.
Mugu poo stew.
Yeah.
That sounds like the least popular Chinese. That sounds like the least popular Chinese dish. Mugu poo stew. With extra wonton. So has anybody else said Boo Crew? Make sure when they say Boo Crew, Christina writes them down.
I think the dog just said Boo Crew.
Well, we got some people here. They're fixing some issues out on the house.
Oh.
But yes, I've got Goose, Dan. I don't know why Dan entered, but whatever. Holly, Diane, Brandon, Cindy, and Tyler.
All
That's all I
right.
have so far.
All right.
So,
When you come into the chat room, just say Boo Crew. That's all you do. You say Boo Crew, and then you'll be eligible to win the Boo Crew tickets, which are a good thing. Like you talked about, it's to go through the Boo Crew house is how much is it? It's what, like $30 a person or something, isn't it?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Let me
Is it
look.
gonna be worth it this year? Are you will you be worth it this year?
Well, of course.
I'm just saying, are you gonna do a good job haunting, or is it
I always do a good
She
job.
kind of moved up
I'm
to the
on my
house.
game. Yes, I'm in the house this year.
well, yeah, I know that you've been, I mean, of course you've been subpar because you've been out on the trail, but you've been one
Oh,
of the
here
highlights.
we go.
But I have heard that you have been one of the highlights of Boo Crew.
Yes.
Of course, I was told from Blind Grant, but I was told that you were one of the best.
Oh, hope Bree and Brady
One of the
wins.
best
I wanna
parts
go
of
with
Boo Crew was your
Well,
your
yeah.
haunting.
I was so good. I actually made people fall on their asses. I
So
scared
are
them so
you
bad.
like, are you doing a similar thing this year? Are you doing something different, or what do you?
I'm not at liberty
wanna
to
share?
say.
But are you happy about this year? Is it a good one, or are you
Yeah.
missing? Or are you already
Oh
missing
no,
what you were doing?
I think it's gonna be it's a good change. I'm kind of gonna be
Because the one last
a
year,
highlight.
the one you were doing was awesome.
I know one thing. If I'm going to go through this thing, I'm going to wear shin guards and knee pads. So if I do fall,
Why, you afraid you're gonna fall?
and tear up my shins and my knee.
You'll probably fall backwards on your ass because that's what everybody that I made fall. They went backwards, straight on their ass.
Oh,
You know how hard it is to keep a straight face and not laugh at people?
yeah, because it happened. I was watching. Did you see that football game where that chain gang dude tripped over the yardage marker and fell back and knocked himself out?
Oh yeah, dude. Am I the only person that thinks they got to stop letting these 80-year-old guys do that.
Yeah.
Dude, that guy
One had a heart attack.
Yeah. I
During
mean,
the Ravens game, yeah.
they got to stop
shit.
with the old guys doing that. You've got to stop. Because it's too much.
Yeah. It was funny. They weren't. I mean, the play was running that direction, but those weren't anybody anywhere close to him. But he got scared and tripped over the yardage marker. And
But it's because they've always done that from when the league started. But so these guys have done the same job for like 40 years, but they might have been young when they started, but now they're like 80 years old. It's time to start replacing those guys.
Yeah.
You can't have 80-year-old men. You can't have 80-year-old men doing that job.
Yeah.
If I'm the NFL, I'm putting a freaking
age limit on it.
Yeah. I'm sorry that, and I know a lot of them do it so they can watch the games for free.
Oh,
you know what I mean? They want to go watch the game for free, then they'll be a part of it, and blah blah blah.
Right.
And I think that's nice, but tough. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. No, you're too old.
Yeah.
Sorry. This is not for you.
I'm just.
They've got to put like 50. Say that's the max. Once you hit 50, I'm sorry.
Yeah. I don't know what. I said, man, I know this is just the first week of the season, second week of the season, but man, games are just astronomically crazy.
Yeah.
I'm sure Dan hasn't looked at his bet yet because he'd be bitching at me right now.
The Bears,
because I thought it was a surefire win. Me and Rhino both told Dan to take Philadelphia last night over Atlanta. Fuck.
Yeah. Dude, I was gonna cash out. I had the game and I was gonna cash out with like 12 seconds left, and I said, let's ride it.
Right.
And they end up losing. Oh, shit. Yeah. Oh well.
And Rhino's a big Kansas City Chiefs fan. But God damn it, I still swear to God that the Chiefs have their own officiating crew. Because that
Dude,
at
they
the end of
win.
that
No,
was pass
listen.
that was not pass
Oh,
interference.
yes, it was.
It was
Steve,
fucking over his head by 10 feet.
No, it doesn't matter. Listen, that was pass interference. That was pass interference. We watched that highlight. It was pass interference. Because I've heard people like say just what you're saying, that somehow the Chiefs are cheat. Come on, that's bullshit. It was pass interference. You can't hit a receiver
Right.
before the ball gets
Right.
anywhere near them, which is what happened.
Oh,
And it was a rookie. It was a stupid rookie
yeah.
mistake.
Yeah. True. I guess he did. He did go up and push his
And
head
by the way,
forward.
he
but
would
both
have
before
caught. He would have caught that ball.
Right.
He would have caught that ball. It was pass interference. Clearly. But the Bears have
Bears.
I mean, I don't want to make it a thing with us complaining about the Bears, but I mean, enough with the freaking the passes behind the line of scrimmage. What can we please make it to that every pass? No more screen passes, all right?
Yeah.
Next game. I'm telling you, the Bears are going to be a study in how to ruin a quarterback if they keep this up. The play calls are wrong with this guy.
Yeah. But we talked about this last season with Justin Fields. And they got a new quarterback thinking it's the offensive coordinator. They're not,
plays.
I don't know,
dude. Every screen pass, what's with these freaking screen passes?
Yeah, he's like 13 to 16 for 59 yards. Woo!
No, let's if run the ball instead of a screen pass. It's bullshit. And they've also played very good defenses.
Oh yeah. Oh God.
The Bears defense is awesome.
Come on, they got fucking. You have the best quarterback. You got DJ Moore. You got fucking.
And by the way, DJ Moore should be the first option every single play.
Yeah.
And that's the first thing they got to tell that quarterback. The first option is DJ Moore. Always look his way.
Yeah.
And if he's not open, find somebody else.
Yeah. Crazy.
Good Lord. But they got to put enough of the fucking screen. Pardon my language. Enough of the screen passes. I mean, there are some things they got to teach the quarterback. Like, there are some you in college you're not going to get away with in the pros. You're just going to have to.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to take, especially against the defense as good as, like, they've showed there's a certain play where they've showed they go, you can get away with this in college, but you're not going to get away with it in the pros. Right. That's not accurate. There are some teams in the NFL where you're going to get away with that. But the Houston Texans are not one of those teams.
Right. Yeah.
He does that shit against, there's some teams. You do that stuff against the Charlotte or the Carolina Panthers.
Right.
You're going to get a touchdown.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you do that shit against Houston, you're going to get interception. But I'm just saying that's the offensive coordinator's job to figure out. They got to call better plays. Yeah. They're going to ruin that kid. They're going to ruin that Caleb Williams kid before he even gets going. Yeah. That's the fear. That's the fear, because that's what they did with the Justin Fields. They had a remarkable talent, Justin Fields. They ruined him. And you look at Justin Fields now with Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
He was with the Bears last year, and everybody's like, oh, he's a failed quarterback. Now he's with Pittsburgh. He's an undefeated quarterback. I'm telling you, it's the organization. It's not the player.
Yeah.
But enough bitching about the Bears. My wife's a Cowboys fan. Oh, boy.
Go Cowboys.
They got their ass rocked. I mean, I like the Cowboys too but my wife lives for the Cowboys. I mean, that is her team. But holy shit, they got their clock cleaned. I see Christina's sister's in.
Hi, Carla.
Carla.
Yeah.
Steve and Blaine. Knock that
Steve
shit
likes
off.
that Carla.
Hey,
Yeah.
come on. The Cowboys paid Dak Prescott $2 million a flipping game. To lose like that? I mean, I know it's a team sport, but you have to have a leader.
No, the Cowboys organization's a mess. They made Dak Prescott the highest paid player in the history of the National Football League. The history of the National Football League. Is he the best football player? Is he the best player ever?
No.
He's paid like it.
No.
You got to give credit. Give credit to the Kansas City Chiefs. They have the best player ever, I think. I think it's Mahomes is special. Pat Mahomes is a special player. But he's not the highest paid player.
Right.
They paid him. Got him all they got him taken care of. He can't go anywhere else. They've got him locked up, and he's not the highest paid player. Good for them. Good for them. That's how it's supposed to work. Oh, well. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Carla says Steve wants some of this. Oh, how correct you are, Carla.
Steve can simmer down.
How correct. Oh, you don't know how much I wish. Oh, Christina, my goal in life would be Steve and Carla to have a relationship. Oh my God.
Oh Lord.
Oh, that would make my life. Just because I know it would drive you crazy. It would drive you nuts.
Yes, it would. Steve would die of a freaking heart attack. He couldn't handle her.
You think she'd rock his world?
Yeah. I'm sure.
I don't know Carla's dating history. What's the last time she was
I have no idea.
What's the most long-term relationship she's had? Do you I don't know.
It's been a couple years.
So I'm just saying, like,
she was dating some psychopath.
Oh,
what?
Well, she could date another
There's
one.
the next one. Yeah.
Date another one. I can think of there's a big one she could date right now. She could date that. That one's psycho, unlike any she's ever been with. Carla says they think that no man could handle her.
No.
Lori says Steve could really be your brother.
Yeah.
Oh, Carla says her longest relationship was 16 and a half years. Oh,
Wow.
That's a long time.
Beat me.
That's a long time.
Mine was 15 years, but the last 3 were so it was really about 12 years because I cheated in the last 2 or 3.
What are you saying? What are you complaining about?
Hear that, Carla? He can't stay faithful.
Yeah. When did you start cheating on the wife, Steve?
By the time I started driving a race car.
So, but how long were you married before you started driving that race car?
About 13 years.
So you started cheating about 13 years in?
Yeah. Well, yeah. When I went to meet the girl in Iowa, and I told my wife I was going for a job interview at a golf course. That was probably.
So you told your wife you were going for a job interview, and she let you go, and
yeah, I told her because just right after I got
You went to go meet a girl in Iowa that you were having an affair with, or what?
Right. In Iowa.
Good Lord. See, that's a lot of work.
I used to sit on the internet on Funny of Fish while my wife was watching TV and talk to women because where the computer was.
Yeah, see, I've never cheated like that, so I don't know how. I've never cheated like anything, but I wouldn't even know how you'd even get away with that.
Well, being this new girl was in Iowa, I was just going for the sex. It wasn't going to be I'm pretty sure it wasn't going to be any more than just I wanted to have sex with someone other than
what happened?
Man.
What happened? I want to hear the story now. How much great sex did you have in Iowa?
I didn't get to have any sex because when I got there, after I paid for 2 nights in a hotel room, Friday night and Saturday night, I got there and I met her, and she said, "Well, I need to go home and blah blah blah." And after that, she said, I called her and said, "Okay, you want to get together?" And she had a headache.
Oh boy!
And she had a headache all weekend.
Wait a minute. You drove. You were married.
Yes, sir.
And you drove all the way to. You drove all the way to Iowa.
Like Cedar City, or it had some prison, or Dubuque, or somewhere.
You drove all the way to Iowa.
Yep.
To meet with a woman.
Yep.
You saw her.
Uh-huh.
She saw you. And you paid for a hotel for the two of you guys to be in the whole weekend.
Right. I sat in that room the whole weekend myself. I texted her Sunday morning and I said, "Well, I got to head back to Illinois now. It's nice meeting you." She said, "Yeah, nice meeting you."
And then you never talked to her again. You never talked to her again.
No, hell no.
Well, why? I mean, why would you? Why would you even do that? I mean, here's what you did. You were married.
Right.
You took money out of your family's whatever. Yeah. And you drove how many hours to get a hotel room that you ended up just sitting in by yourself for that woman to see you and then go, "Oh my God, what have I done?" What did she look like?
She was attractive. I wasn't that bad. I was only 512 pounds then.
But she was a bigot.
Only 512 pounds?
Yeah.
Only
512. Oh my goodness. Good Lord.
Well, don't forget the speeding ticket that I got too on the way there. And the warning for having too dark a tint on my windows.
Oh my God. And what did the wife do when you were gone? Was she sleep with that other guy?
Probably. I don't know. I didn't talk to her till I texted her Sunday morning. So I'm heading home. She said, "Well, how did the interview go?" So I don't know. They said they'd call me in a couple of days. They never did call me.
When I had job interviews with my wife, she would go with me.
Oh,
we drove to a couple of different places to check out stuff, and I wanted her to go because, except when I went to Miami, I probably should have taken her to Miami with me and didn't because, it would have been nice to.
Yeah.
If I was going to move somewhere, I'd want her with me because she'd have to make the decision if we're going somewhere. It wouldn't just be me. You know what I mean? Because we got to live there.
Right.
So I would want her with me.
Now, see, I did that right before we got married. I went, because I had an opportunity. You've all heard this story. I had an opportunity to move to North Carolina and work on a NASCAR team.
I've never heard of this.
But that was when I first started dating my wife. We'd already been, well, of course, I asked her to marry me over the phone that night. So we were already preparing for our wedding. And when I came back, she said, "Well, I'm not moving to North Carolina." And the dude offered me the job. And I had to call him back. I said, "Sorry, this woman, my fiance, says she doesn't want to move to North Carolina, so I'm sorry."
I can't believe we were so close to losing you. Oh my God.
And that's the dumbest thing. It was the dumbest thing I ever did. I should have just took the fucking job and left her there.
Adios.
That's what my mom said. You should have taken that job.
You should have.
Even if it didn't work out, at least you wouldn't have got rid of that poor woman. Gee, she smelled.
Good God. That's pretty good.
I don't know. I think I don't know. I had job offers, but I like the fact that I stayed. I like the fact that I stayed here in Illinois. You know what I mean? I do like the fact that I stayed here because now look, I have an audience that is with me and are my supporters, and very happy with the group of people that come check me out every morning. And if I'd have moved, I wouldn't have had, I'm not sure I've ever had these people.
Right.
God knows I could be working in a box factory right now.
Yeah.
I'd be boxing. Oh, another great day. Click, the boxes. Oh my God, I couldn't imagine having some kind of. I don't know what job I'd do if I didn't do this. What would I do, Steve? What do you think I could do? What job would I do?
I don't know.
Customer service? I wouldn't know the first thing about customer service.
Be a fudge packer.
Yeah, like we're a fudge packing plant. I pack fudge.
I'd like to be. There's one more thing I'd like to try in my life. It's probably never going to happen.
What's that?
I would like to be a heavy equipment operator.
You'd like to move? What do you mean heavy equipment operator? Like
a crane or
bulldozer
something like that. Well, I ran a backhoe, so like a bulldozer or a road grader, or something that I just got to sit in and drive.
I don't know. I don't know what I could. You would like to operate heavy machinery.
Yeah, like
a crane operator or something.
Yeah, like going up to the Yukon and dig gold and be one of those big dump truck drivers. But see, you got to climb a ladder just to get up in some bitches. I can't climb a ladder, so how am I going to get down?
Yeah, can't be 512 pounds climbing a ladder.
I'm not 500 plus pounds now.
I've seen.
Don't worry, Carla. I wouldn't hurt you, baby.
Oh God, leave my sister alone.
I mean, what would you, Steve? What would you give up?
Oh fuck, I gotta go.
To be able to get Carla whenever you know what I mean, to have Carla as your girlfriend.
Wow.
What would you be willing to give up? How many fingers? Let's see your left hand, Steve.
I'd be giving up. I'd give up porn.
Would you give up porn for that?
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to watch porn if you're.
I know exactly.
You know what I mean?
She wouldn't even need to get undressed. Just stand there.
But wait, wouldn't you want her to get undressed?
Well, I would want her to, but she wouldn't have to.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't need her to wear something more than camo, so I want to be able to see it. See her.
You wouldn't want to be able to see her. She's wearing camo. She'd be like invisible all the time. Cindy says, Ray, you would be good at selling insurance or stocks. No, I could not sell equitables. I just, that sounds boring to me. And there was an insurance company when I first left radio after COVID. An insurance company called me and said that my name, I had a very good, I don't even understand all of it, but my Q rating was really good. and they thought that I'd be very good at selling insurance.
I think you could do a voiceover.
They said you could sell insurance. We would love to have you, blah blah blah. And I was like, well, whatever. And then they had to run my credit, and they said, oh shit, you got to fix your credit before you come, And I said, well, and then they said, you got to do this and this and this, and I go, oh no, I'm not interested in that. You know what I mean? There was a lot of crap that I had to go through, and I was like, no, I'm just not interested. I'd much rather do this. Than anything else. This is what I've always done. I've never done anything. You gotta remember the last full-time job I've ever had. I've never had a full-time job than radio. I worked for the city of Gillespie when I was a kid in the summers.
Right.
And that was sort of full-time, but it was all summer. That was like 8 hours a day. But that was physical labor, and that sucked. For $3 an hour. Oh, my God.
Yeah. True that.
Just horrible. What's the best job you ever had, Christina? Your favorite job of all time?
Working with the developmentally disabled.
Steve, what's your favorite job? The best job you've ever had in your life?
Golf course.
You want to know what mine was? This is the favorite job I've ever had. The favorite job I have ever had was working in a comic book store.
Uh-huh.
When I was in Peoria, I was working Monday through Friday. And there's a guy I knew. His name was Bob Gordon. He owned a comic book store called Acme Comics. And I used to hang out every Wednesday or whatever it was to buy comic books. And so I talked to Bob, and I said, my favorite place is hanging out here with you at the comic book store. And he's like, oh, thanks, man. And I said, I would love to work here. And he goes, what? He goes, you host the Light on Lamb show. And I said, yeah. And I said, but I'd love to work here. He goes, if you want, I'll let you work on Saturdays. And I was like, yeah. And he said, go ahead. He goes, you could come in, open the store on Saturdays and run it. And you know what? Every Saturday I'd wake up, I'd go into this comic book store, and I would sell comics, answer questions. I'd talk to people about comic books, and then I'd close it up. And that was my favorite job I've ever had. And I made next to no money at it. I mean, it was, I think he paid me in comics or whatever, because I don't even remember getting a paycheck from that. But it was my favorite job I've ever had. Because all I did was sit on my ass and read comic books. And then people would come in and I'd talk about comic books and sell them comic books. But the guy who owned it. He goes, oh my God. He goes, when you work, people always buy a shitload of comics. Wow. I said, yeah, because we get to talking. And I'm like, oh, well, you got to get this and you got to get this. And they'd buy them all because I was excited about it. So they were excited about it. So I'm just saying that's the best job I ever had. I love that. But now, nowadays, I don't even know comic book stores, because people could buy stuff online. So I don't know. But that was the best job I ever had. But there was no money in that. But I guess I was good at radio. That's the only job I've ever had. I've never had a full-time job as an adult other than radio. Because I've been doing radio since I was, 16 years old? Yeah, 16, 17 years old.
Wow.
Wow.
And I've never I've never worked an 8-hour day. I've never worked an 8-hour day. I was talking to a buddy of mine yesterday. We were talking about radio and stuff and doing shows. And then talking to him, I was like, well, shit, I only work for 90 minutes a day now. I love it. He goes, what? I said, yeah, my show's only an hour. My show's an hour and a half long. And I'm like, it's not like when I was doing the Morning Disaster, we would go on at 6 o'clock. All right.
Mhm.
Which, by the way, starting work at 6 o'clock sucks because it's so early.
Yeah.
Starting work at 6 o'clock. Oh my God. And then the show wouldn't get at the highlight of the Morning Disaster. We'd start at 6 o'clock and we'd end whenever we felt like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like they paid me. I was a contract employee. Okay. So they paid me a set amount, And the way the contract was worded was I was responsible for all of the content that happened in the mornings on WQLZ radio. That was how it was worded. But there was no set time frame. Except the time frame was I would host the morning show. And that was just in the contract because I didn't want to end up in a situation where they moved me and they said, well, now you got to work afternoons or nights or whatever. And I was like, no, make it specific to the morning. And I would work from 6 a.m. till the show ended. But sometimes that show would go till 11:30. So that would be, 6 to 11:30 is what, 5.5 hours?
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot when you're talking.
Yeah.
A lot.
A lot of talking, yeah.
And I did that a bunch of times but I could have gone from 6 to 10 and said, okay, that's it. That's all. So long, everybody. But like a dumbass, I was giving them free hours every day. And then on like 9/11, I worked till like 5 in the afternoon. I worked from 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. in that day, which was crazy. Because I got paid the same amount, whether I ended at 10 or ran late. Why the hell was I going late? And now with this show, it's like show starts at 8 o'clock. And I remember when I first started doing this in 2020, people were like, well, why doesn't show start at 6? And I'm like, oh shit, I'm not going to wake up that early, 6 o'clock in the morning to do a show. That's insane. No, I don't have to wake up now till 7:30 every day. And I work for an hour and a half. Then I wrap it up. And I like Christina a lot. And I work with Steve too.
Oh, good. I'm glad you do.
I like Christina. Steve's on the show.
Who?
I like Steve. I like Christina. They're two of my best friends. And so here's what I do now. I jump on the air and I tell a bunch of dick jokes and laugh for 90 minutes, and then I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done. Yeah. Kelly says the job that she's had for 12 years has been her favorite. Well, that's cool. But that's good. If you can get that's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I don't know. Was being a race car wasn't your favorite thing?
Well, there was no money in it. I believe it cost me more money in the end. I'm pretty sure it cost me more money
But I thought we discussed that you made a lot of money because you were the only car that drove slow enough to where people could read the advertising I thought it was Shaner. Wasn't Shaner on describing this for us? Yours was the best car to advertise on because you drove at a speed where everybody in the stands could read what you were advertising, where the other cars were so fast they couldn't read it. But you ran a speed that was good for people to read what your advertisers were.
I did at that time of that class have more sponsors because it was a new class at that point. Most everybody was just buying junk cars and putting them on. I went out and I got sponsors. I had Shaner Tire. I had the Bluebell and Pana. I had Interstate Auto Recovery and Towing. I had Thomas Snack Shack.
Terrence says Steve was trying to help the sponsors. Yeah. So he drove so slow.
Exactly.
Like all the other cars would drive so fast. They couldn't read the sponsors, but Steve's car was the only one that had comfortable reading on it. He would zip by and people could read what the sponsors were. So you were the most successful car.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He was. Way to go, Steve.
Like I'd want to put my advertising on your car.
Of course.
Because it's like, well, that's the people could read Ray Lytle's Morning Disaster on that car because it's going so slow. Those other cars, they go Ray. What does that say? You know what I mean? Because they're so fast, they're going around the track. It's like, oh my god! But no, that slow car, there's plenty of time, and the car's weighted because the driver's so fat, so it kind of the car's slanted. But it's slanted right to where you could read the side of it perfectly when you're in the stands. Yeah. So I'm just saying that you're with a perfect car when it came to racing.
Yeah.
Way to go, Steve.
All right.
Captain Steve.
Yep.
That's my boy. Captain Steve. Showing a good time. Captain Steve. Jeff says Steve should have been sponsored by Dude Wipes. Yeah. He could ride. He could have been driving the Dude Wipe the Dude Wipe Chevy or whatever they call it.
There's already Dude Wipes already sponsored somebody, Brandon Shepard. So they're Jeffrey.
Yeah. So you could be sponsored by the Dude Wipes. And everybody look at you and say, well, you know,
We know he doesn't use them.
if there's someone that is right now driving with a Dude Wipe shoved in his ass to keep himself from leaking all over the seat, that's the guy. Like people would know that's the guy. Because you have admitted to us when you worked at the golf course, you would stick
Oh
toilet
no.
paper.
Yes.
Aren't you going to go work
Why
out?
do we have to
Didn't
talk?
you say-
No, he's not.
Right? He would stick a bunch of toilet paper in his ass
Yes.
because he
Come on, man.
well, I'm just trying to share the stories that you've shared with us.
We don't need to share them
But
today,
he was
do we?
always leaking. He was always leaking. And he would stick a bunch of toilet paper.
Stop, man.
You had anal leakage?
It's
Steve?
not leakage. It was sweat.
And
I-
so he would stick a bunch of toilet paper up his ass.
I'm sure Carla went to work.
He would stick a bunch of toilet paper up his ass so that, it would keep the seepage from seeping out into his pants.
Well, because I had to wear khaki pants.
Yeah.
That was our uniform. We had to
You
wear.
didn't want brown stains. I don't blame you.
Although I did
Except
have a
you said
dark
you would walk around the golf course and the toilet paper would dislodge from your anus and slip out. Oh,
Oh,
and there'd be a bunch of brown stained toilet paper all over the golf course. Oh, going, I couldn't find. Oh, I think I found my ball over there. Let me go over there. There's something white. Let me go see if that's it. Oh my God, that's not it.
oh God.
Oh,
Those poor people.
oh. I could not imagine how your ass was.
Don't forget when I ran over it with the mower too.
Oh, how dare you. How disturbing.
And it just went everywhere like a confetti party.
You ran over it with a
Oh,
hoe?
shit. I just mow back and forth over it till it disintegrated.
Oh my God.
Horrible.
That didn't look so bad.
I couldn't.
God damn, who ran over the toilet paper out of it?
I don't know.
I could
Steve,
not-
I don't know.
know.
It wasn't me.
could not imagine.
I didn't see it.
Oh my God, the horror.
Bullshit.
I could not imagine golfing on a course that you were the manager of.
But sometimes I would feel it coming out,
Yeah.
and I would stop at the tee because there was a garbage can at every tee, this little wire basket garbage can.
Yeah.
So I would stop and throw the toilet paper in a garbage can.
Oh, it's very nice of you. You wouldn't want anyone accidentally stumbling across that. That's actually pretty nice. You don't want anyone to find
Then,
it.
then you get the young kids, hey, go cut the garbage. And say, man, some old man stuck his fucking diaper in a garbage can on number 3T.
Oh.
He shit in it.
Oh, why?
Oh, I can't even imagine. I
Oh my
could not
God.
even imagine. Could you imagine? Oh, what kind of mess that was. Oh,
No, and I don't want to. I have enough visual from Steve.
could you imagine? Just makes you want to give up, doesn't it?
Yes,
It makes you just want to. It makes you just say, "Well,
I give up on life. I give up on this life.
That's it. It's just not even worth it anymore."
Nope.
I don't blame them. I don't blame the people. That would be enough for me. I'd be like, okay, I've done all I could. Now we're past the point. It's time to just give up. Oh, I couldn't even imagine. Yep. Good old Stevenator. That's how he would get women. He could always be honest with them. Well, let me be honest with you.
No, that's how
Let
he
me be honest
repels
with you.
women.
I do have I want to be honest.
Good God.
Let me be honest. I do have a bit of a control issue with the backside.
I did have one kid stop me though one time when I was changing cups, which means removing the hole from place to place, and somebody else was mowing greens. He did stop me after a couple holes. God said, "Dude, whatever you're doing with the Kleenex on the green, stop because I'm not seeing him when I'm running over him. Look, what are you doing with us? Oh, when I step on the plug and I put water on it, some of the mud comes out. And I wipe the mud off the green, so it's
Oh, good.
So you had him that your shit was. You had him convinced your shit was mud.
Oh, I can't even imagine.
What the
Oh, how
hell is wrong
disturbing.
with you?
How disturbing. I can't even imagine how messy. Oh, good Lord. Oh, could you imagine how disturbing it
No.
would be to find.
then there'd be days after I'd be spend a whole day sitting on a mower, come in, I'd have to wait till everybody left the shop before I could get up off a mower. I didn't want anybody to see the brown stain on my face.
You'd be like, "Don't mind me. I'm just
Oh my God.
What are you doing, Steve? I don't mind, man. I'm gonna start putting the blades for the morning. Okay, just lock up.
So you'd have such a mess going on. You would have such a mess going on that oh, I can't even imagine. Oh, Can't even imagine the accidental things that people would see with you. Oh, good Lord.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Just imagine. Imagine that, Christina.
No, I don't want to.
Yeah, that's your boy, Steve. We all know that's your boy.
Yeah, he's my boy, but
Yeah, that's what he would have going on.
I don't need the visuals.
Right there.
I've changed a lot in the last couple of years.
Well, thank God for that.
But yeah, you just stopped using toilet paper altogether.
Yeah. Congratulations to all the people that had to deal with any of that. Good Lord. I can't even imagine. Oh. Could you imagine accidentally? Oh.
No. I don't
The
want to
things
imagine
people
anything.
accidentally saw. Oh. Good. Like, did anyone ever walk into the bathroom when you were in there? Oh, I can't even imagine. Oh, the horror. Could you imagine?
No. We don't want to.
Accidentally go, well, I'm going to go to the bathroom. Don't mind me. I'm just going to go in there. And, oh, my God. What did you see? Oh, I'd rather not talk about it. Oh, it was so disturbing.
While he's at the corner of the sink,
Yeah.
rubbing his.
Yeah,
Didn't you use the corner of the
talking about how
sink to get the toilet paper in there further?
Yeah, he would rub his ass, grab up against the sink. Oh, my God. How disturbing.
Got to get it packed in there somehow.
How disturbing. But this is the kind of stuff that Steve, that Steve was into. That's what he was into.
Oh my God. Oh no.
By the way, Jen is in the chat room. She says, sorry she's so late. Big D found out he has pneumonia in his lung from the fall, along with his injured clavicle. Oh, poor Big D.
Oh, man.
All because he was helping out. He hired some guys to do some work around his house, and he decided he was going to help them out. Which is why you got to follow Steve's lead of, if you hire someone to do anything,
let them do it.
Let them do it. Don't help them.
Sit down and watch them.
Never help.
Never help.
If
Sit
Big
and
D would
watch and
follow
complain.
Steve's advice,
You're paying them. Don't do anything.
oh my God. Yeah. I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear about Big D.
Yeah, that sucks.
That's wild.
Shit. I feel bad for him. Oh, well. It's almost time to wrap up this show. Anything we got to get to, Steve?
Not today.
Well, one more time.
Yeah, Boo Crew.
Make sure you enter to win the tickets.
Yeah, if you guys want to win Boo Crew tickets, once again, let's explain to everybody. This is how the contest works. All you've got to do is enter into the chat room of our show. And if you're on Facebook, just enter a message. You don't even have to physically come into the chat room like YouTube. Just if you are in on Facebook, just put a comment in and just have the comment say Boo Crew and you could be entered. That's it. Get a comment saying Boo Crew either on Facebook comments, which will get you into our chat room, or on YouTube. Get into the chat room and say it. And then once you say it, then you're in the contest. Just say Boo Crew. Christina writes it down. And then before next Tuesday, not Boob Crew, or Noob Crew. None of those count, DA. You've got to say Boo Crew. And then your name goes down on the list. Your name goes down on the list, and you will be eligible to win the tickets, which could save you like 60. So it's $30 a ticket.
Yeah, For 30
So-
bucks.
Hey, how many tickets are we giving away?
4-pack.
Oh, she saved $120. Oh my god!
Mhm.
Not Screw Crew, not Poop Crew,
Oh, those don't count.
or not Poo Crew. No Boob Crew. It's got to be Boo Crew. And then, when you say Boo Crew, you go on the list, and then we'll cut all the names into different entries, and Christina will grab one. That'll be the winner next week. So join the show. Say Boo Crew. All right. And we'll see. And not Screw Crew. Thank you, DA, but not Screw Crew. Tyler says, Ray, have you announced for next week the interview? I have not. I'm doing an interview with Tyler next week. Tyler wants to interview me on his show, and I've agreed to do it next Tuesday, I think, right? Is that right, Tyler? Next Tuesday, I think? Next Tuesday evening, I'm doing an interview with Tyler. Or he's doing an interview with me, so. And I'm going to answer all questions about Steve.
What? No, it's not.
Yeah, I'm going to answer questions, but all the questions have to be about Steve.
Oh, good
And
Lord.
then I will answer them. There you go. Karen says, "Don't do it. It's a trap." Well, no, I'm going to answer questions, but all the questions will be about Steve. I've got questions planned for Steve and Justine Braunschweiger. You name it. I'm answering all kinds of questions.
Oh,
We're
my
talking about
God.
Steve he would take a whole roll of toilet paper, right?
Oh, Jesus.
He would take a roll, okay, and he would put the whole roll.
Well,
He would put the whole roll into crack.
that's
like
a big
his
ass to pack.
His ass would cover, like, he would just take this and he'd slide it up the crack of his ass to where, like, there'd be this, then there'd be ass. And then you'd see like his ass and the very top of this and the very bottom of it popping out. Yeah. So I'm going to talk about all that stuff next week. So that's next Tuesday. Anyway, let's wrap up today and we'll come back tomorrow. Are you guys doing a show? No, it's too much Boo Crew. Or are you doing Boo Crew tonight? I don't know.
Yeah, we're going out to the haunt tonight. So
All right. So join us tomorrow morning at 8:00 for another episode of the show. And then Thursday, there's a chance it's going to be just Dan and Christina. I mean, just Steve and Christina. Because I just got a text today saying that's when my appointments are this week. So let's see how I'm going to try to jump on and reschedule them, but we'll see. I don't know if I can because this is my post-surgical stuff. So, and it's the this is the one where I'll get cleared to work out. So I'm very excited about it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Very excited about it. So let's get back to, working out and feeling like myself. All right. Let's wrap up today's. By the way, Puff Daddy did get arrested. And they got him on sex trafficking and racketeering charges. And
Oh, wow.
yeah, they arrested him last night, I guess. Which is crazy.
Crazy world
That's
going to
insane.
shit.
All right.
That is
They tried
insane.
to shoot Trump again.
Well, they arrested a guy There was a guy near his golf course.
Right.
There was a guy near his golf course, and the Secret Service, and it wasn't the guy shooting, by the way. It was the Secret Service was shooting at the guy.
Right.
The guy didn't fire any weapon. The Secret Service fired weapons. So, you know. And then they arrested him. But the guy looked like he was insane.
Oh, yeah, he didn't have he wasn't a normal golfer.
No, he was not a golfer at all. I mean, to golf at, if you want to golf at one of Trump's clubs, you need some money.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I imagine he's got inflated prices.
Oh, yeah.
Which, by the way, is why I hate golf. I hate golf.
I tried when I lived in New York. My mom lived in New York. I tried to take a dump in Trump Towers, and they wouldn't let me in.
Oh my God!
We were walking.
Why would you decide of all places to take a dump?
My brother dared me to. He's I dare you to try to go in there and see if you can take a shit. I started going. Oh, excuse me, sir. Can I see you? I have to go to the bathroom. I'm sorry, sir. You'll have to go somewhere else. I have to fucking go to the bathroom. You don't understand. He's sorry, sir. You'll have to go somewhere else. And I was fucking. Damn! I wanted to take a dump in the Trump.
Why couldn't you just say I have an appointment?
Oh my God!
Oh well.
Wow.
Good old Steve. All right, so congratulations to all the people that are now that got registered today. Goose, Dan, Holly, Diane, Brandon, Cindy, Tyler, Bree, everybody else who was entered just from saying Boo Crew. You'll have a chance tomorrow morning. We'll see you at 8:00 tomorrow. You guys have a great rest of your Tuesday. So long, everybody.